10. Retired husband syndrome. Japan is famous for its work ethic, with many spending long hours at the office and devoting all their waking hours to their careers. Couples neglect their marriages in favor of business, and once the man retires, all sorts of problems follow. 9. New World Syndrome. The industrialized world, particularly the United States, enjoys sedentary pastimes like watching TV and playing video games. Food, meanwhile, is high in fat and calories. While there's more than that to the American lifestyle, that's the stuff that gets exported, that's the stuff that's popular, and that's the stuff that's causing a weird, culture-bound disorder called New World Syndrome. Have a look at this.
We were surprised to discover the most common and dangerous eating disorder in America is also the least well known. It's called EDNOS. More deadly than anorexia or bulimia, it affects millions of people, primarily women across the country, yet remains tragically under the radar. Tonight, we're pulling back the curtain thanks to two young women who allowed me this intimate look inside their most private battles. Taylor says she wants to like herself.
Looking at myself, I don't like the way I look at all.
But she can't turn off the voice inside her head that tells her she's not good enough, not perfect.
It's hard to distinguish sometimes what's Ed talking and what's Taylor talking.
Ed, ED, her nickname for her eating disorder.
They were like, okay, you have EDNOS, and I was like, well, what is that?
EDNOS stands for eating disorder not otherwise specified. It encompasses a wide variety of behaviors included in anorexia and bulimia, including binging, purging, restricting, and overexercising. But in EDNOS, sufferers often don't meet the highly defined criteria for those diagnoses, which doesn't mean they aren't truly sick.
8. Latah. Latah is a rare disorder from Malaysia. Meaning nervous, Latah is characterized by an exaggerated reaction to sudden noises or other startling stimuli. Case studies describe individuals with uncontrollable movements ranging from gestures to cursing, singing, and dancing. 7. Fire sickness. Hwabyung, fire sickness, is unique to Korea and is characterized by burning, heavy sensations in a person's chest. Other symptoms include insomnia, muscle pains, heart palpitations, weight loss, and blurred vision. It can ultimately turn into severe depression. 6. Debt syndrome. Debt syndrome hits young men living in the Indian subcontinent, most commonly Bangladesh, Nepal, and Pakistan. The syndrome describes a psychological concern that the body is losing semen, through urine, or other unusual discharges. Symptoms include fatigue, difficulty concentrating, exhaustion, loss of appetite and sexual dysfunction. 5. Paling and Pafeng. Paling and Pafeng strike Chinese individuals and immigrants who practice ideas connected with yin and yang. Classified as anxiety disorders, Paling is an extreme fear of the cold, while Pafeng is an overwhelming fear of the wind. 4. Scrupulosity. Scrupulosity hurts the most devoutly religious, and it's often associated with Catholicism, although sufferers can come from all faiths. People suffering from scrupulosity believe that they are in a constant state of sin. No matter what they do, they anger God. 3. Sudden unexpected death syndrome. Sudden unexpected death syndrome is prevalent throughout Southeast Asia, and it's terrifyingly exactly what its name suggests. Healthy men, most not yet approaching middle age, go to sleep at night and never wake up. Most are found dead after crying out in the middle of the night. 2. Tabanka. Tabanka is the name given to an extreme form of heartbreak suffered by men in Trinidad. Historically, Tabanka struck those who lost their significant other to a rival, but more recently, the definition has been extended to cover unrequited love. In most cases, someone suffering from Tabanka loses interest in the world, goes without eating, and suffers from stomach pains and insomnia. 1. Tsar possession. According to the belief system of Ethiopian Jews, Adam and Eve had 30 children. Worried that the most beautiful of her children would attract the envy of God, Eve hid 15 of them in the Garden of Eden. God, of course, saw this, and as punishment, he made all 15 children invisible. The other 15 became the ancestors of the human race, while the 15 invisible children became the Tsar, spirits that haunt and hunt their worldly siblings.